Hello, everyone, and welcome to Civic Platform. Recently, the province of Manitoba received many of Ukraine families. So these families need to get jobs to support themselves. Today, we are going to show you how newcomers can get jobs through programs offered by Canadian organizations such as Manitoba Start. Let's get started.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Winnipeg and to Manitoba Start. The Ukrainian Spotlight on Employment is a series of live sector-based events held on a weekly basis. Each session will be recorded and posted on the Manitoba Start website for attendees, family members, or friends to learn about Manitoba businesses and the local labour market. Today's employment webinar is focusing on finance. My name is Samantha Lee, and I'm the Program Manager here at Manitoba Start, and I will be your host for today.
Hello, everyone. I'm Sonny Hintz, the Supervisor of Career Services, and I will be your moderator for today's event.
Привіт і доброго ранку. Мене звати Юлія Худіна, я розробник вакансій у Manitoba Start і ваш перекладач для сьогоднішнього вебінару.
Given the large number of participants who joined this webinar today, we have muted your microphone to allow for better clarity and less interference. Before we get started, I will be going over a couple of housekeeping items. On your control panel, the second button from the top is a hand symbol. During the webinar, we may ask a question that starts with raise your hand if. So let's try it out. If you can hear me, I'd like you to click on the hand and wave to me. Fantastic. Thank you, everyone. You can put your hand down now. Now, on the bottom of your control panel is a questions box. During the webinar, we encourage you to ask questions by typing in the questions box in either English or Ukrainian. You can also use the hand symbol to indicate that you have a question. We will then unmute your microphone to enable you to ask your question. At the end of each presentation, we'll try to answer as many of your questions as time permits. Also, on your control panel, above the questions box, you'll find a handout pane where you'll find the job descriptions from today's employers. Manitoba Start is the leading provider of career services to newcomers in the province of Manitoba and connects businesses to a world-class workforce. I'd like to welcome you all to the Ukrainian Spotlight Employment event series designed to assist you in entering the Manitoba labour market. Before I introduce our presenters for today, I'd like to run a few polls to get to know you better. So, the first poll is asking, what industry are you interested in working in? So, is that advanced manufacturing, finance, information and communication technologies, or creative industries? I'll give you a moment to choose, and then I'll share those polls with you. I'm seeing everyone voting. I can see all the votes coming in. It's exciting my end, and then I'll be able to share all those results. I'll just give you a couple more moments to vote. Okay, I am going to close that and share those with you. Okay, what we can see today is we have 60% of you are interested in finance and 20% in the creative industries. Fantastic. So let's go on to our next poll. Our next poll is asking, are you looking for part-time work or full-time work? Again, please choose, and then I'll share those results with you. I can see more votes are coming in for this one. This is fabulous. Okay, I'm going to close it in a moment. Okay, I'll close it and share the information with you. So what we can see from here is 88% of you are interested in full-time opportunities and 13 in part-time opportunities. So let's move on to our next poll. When will you be starting your job search? Is that going to be right away? Or you're thinking maybe 1 to 3 months, or a little bit further, 3 to 6 months? Again, I'm going to give you a moment to vote, and then I'll share that information. Quite a lot of you have voted on this one. Okay, let's have a look what that looks like. Right, so we can see that 88% of you are right away and 13% of you within 1 to 3 months. Fabulous, thank you so much for that. And the last two we're looking at are, do you need help with a resume or a cover letter or interview preparation? Again, yes or no. So I'll give you a moment to vote and then we'll share the results. Don't be shy, click the voting buttons. Okay, let's share that information. So we have 67% of you do and 33% of you don't. And then we're going to move on to our last poll today, which is going to ask you, are you interested in opportunities outside of Winnipeg? Again, I'll let you vote. This is another one that quite a lot of people are voting on. So let's share that information. Okay, I'm closing the votes now, and then we can have a look. So 22% of you are looking for opportunities outside of Winnipeg, and 78% aren't. Fantastic. Thank you for taking part in those polls, everybody. Okay, so today's webinar is with Loblaw, Assiniboine Credit Union, and CIBC Bank. Each of the presenters will cover information about who they are and what they do, typical jobs they hire for, including open vacancies, workplace culture, benefits and incentives for employees, and general working conditions, the application process and how to prepare, and there'll be time for you to ask questions of each of the presenters, and Ukrainian translation will be available if required. So please welcome our first presenter this morning, and that's Kelly from Loblaw. Over to you, Kelly.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. It's very nice to be here with you today. My name is Kelly Boucher. I am a human resources business partner with Loblaw Companies Limited. And I'm going to spend the first few minutes just sharing with you who Loblaw is and what we do, and then we'll get into what roles are available. So Loblaw is a very large organization, and we are a grocery store and pharmacies, and we operate across Canada under many different names or banners. So that's just some samplings of some of the banners that we use across Canada. We do have a very rich history. We were once just a grocery chain, and we have really evolved over the years. We started as a simple grocery chain over 100 years ago, a family-owned and operated business with the Weston family. And Galen Weston Jr. is still the chairman and president of our organization today. So it is a family-run business, and we're very proud of that history. Just some pictures here to show some of the history over the years. But our primary focus is grocery, our grocery stores across Canada. We also are one of Canada's largest pharmacy providers with our Shoppers Drug Mart and Loblaw pharmacies in our grocery stores. And we also are one of Canada's largest beauty destinations for women in Canada. Women, men, really anyone and everyone. And you'll see the beauty boutiques in our stores and pharmacies as well. We also have a line of apparel and clothing under the Joe Fresh label. And these products are available in our stores as well as online. And we also offer Canadians financial services. So we have our own credit card, which is a MasterCard, and we have a money account, as well as we are Canada's largest gift card seller as well, gift card retailer. With a network of 2,500 stores across Canada, we are within 10 minutes of 90% of Canadian households. And we are one of Canada's top employers with a team of nearly 200,000 employees across Canada who are diverse in their skills and their perspectives. And we're very, very proud of the team that we have. We also have online shopping formats through different apps. One of them is PC Express for grocery stores. There's a picture of that on the screen. And then we are we are the exclusive home of many of Canada's most trusted brands. So as you are here in Winnipeg longer, you'll start to see some of these brands as you go shopping and become more familiar with them. We are a trusted nutrition, health, and wellness partner for Canadians as well. As consumers age and as health and wellness grows increasingly more important to Canadians, we have diversified and purchased Canada's top drugstore, which I mentioned is Shoppers Drug Mart. And we've taken those immediate steps to digitize our business in meaningful ways, as I mentioned earlier. And our loyalty program, PC Optimum, it rewards customers for shopping with us. So we have more than 18 million members and growing with our loyalty brand. And our commitment to doing what's right is guided by our 3 corporate social responsibility pillars. In the environment, we are committed to reducing the environmental impact of our operations, given our scope and size. Under sourcing, we want our customers to be confident that the products they buy from us are safe and responsibly sourced. And from the community perspective, it is in our stores that we make the most visible contributions to the health and well-being of Canadians through the products and services that we offer. Great. And a little bit about our culture. Our core values really guide us in how we go about our work and how we interact with our customers and each other as colleagues. Our organization is diverse, but our core values of care, ownership, respect, and excellence remain consistent across all of our stores and divisions across Canada. Our core values guide our actions and decisions to be a better place to work and shop. So under care, we improve the health and well-being of Canadians. For ownership, we approach every day with personal accountability and commitment. Under respect, we act with integrity, respect, and openness every day. And then finally, excellence. We lead together through innovation and superior performance. We have a passion for customers and strive to be a trusted nutrition, health, and wellness partner for Canadians through our purpose of Live Life Well. So that was a little bit about our organization, who we are, what we do. So right now I'd like to focus on those opportunities. As Canada's largest employer, we do have locally, we have careers in finance, accounting, payroll, pension and benefits, project management, business intelligence, reporting, and customer service. Current job openings that we have, and we have approximately 15 open positions right now in the accounts payable department, our general accounting team, payroll, and our vendor services teams. Generally, these roles are analyst, senior analyst level roles. And you know, what are we looking for in candidates, in potential candidates and future employees? Individuals who have strong oral and written communication and interpersonal skills, you know, being empathetic and curious are really big, are keys to that. And for a little bit more on that communication piece, I wanted to highlight and call out that many of our colleagues, English is their second language. So we don't necessarily expect, you know, your English to be perfect right off the bat. I think you know, as long as you can convey your thoughts, ask your questions, and communicate with each other effectively, then that's really what we're looking for. Also, accounting experience for most of these roles would be something that we need. The ability to pick up new technology quickly. So, for instance, our organization uses an ERP, or enterprise resource planning software, called SAP, and so that product is generally used in large organizations. So that would be an example of the new technology that you know, that you would need to learn on the job and pick up quickly. Proficiency in the Microsoft Office suite of tools is a requirement, especially Excel, and in the accounting roles. We deal with a lot of data and needing to manage that data. So Excel is a tool that we use quite a bit. Have, you know, really good problem solving skills, and we are also looking for analytical skills. And finally, you know, just having a process improvement mindset. Individuals to help challenge the way that we're doing things, ask the questions here, why are we doing things this way? I think, you know, if we made some changes, we can make this process more efficient. So really looking for individuals to share their thoughts and help drive us forward. So as a Loblaw colleague, you would enjoy health and dental benefits, pension plan, for retirement savings, employee share ownership program, paid vacation, tuition reimbursement, and online training or learning. We do have a colleague discount program so that when you would receive a discount when you shop in our grocery stores. And there's also a work perks program for additional savings on products. And so finally, how to apply. So I encourage you to go to our website at loblaw.ca, go to the careers section, enter Winnipeg into the location field. And, you know, that way you can take a closer look at all of the roles that we have available in the finance area, or in Winnipeg in general. We also have our stores do have frontline opportunities as well, but you feel free to look through those opportunities a little more closely. And if you are interested in learning more about our roles or have questions, please connect with Manitoba Start, and then they will put you in touch with me. And that's the end of my presentation. Are there any questions?
Thank you, Kelly, for that informative presentation. We now have 10 minutes for any questions. Again, please type your questions in the question panel box or raise your hand and we will unmute you so you can ask your questions. We welcome both English and Ukrainian questions, and we will try to get through as many as we can.
Якщо у вас є запитання, знову ж таки, будь ласка, введіть свої запитання в поле панелі запитань або підніміть руку, і ми ввімкнемо ваш мікрофон, щоб ви могли задавати свої запитання. Ми постараємося відповісти настільки, скільки дозволить час.
Okay, I'm just looking to see if there are any raised hands. If anyone wants to ask a question, we can unmute your microphone, or if not, you can just type your questions in the questions panel box. I don't see anything just yet, Sonia, so it'll be over to you.
All right, okay, so we do have a few questions coming in. Our first question is, what does your training process look like?
Okay. Yes, well, really, your training is done through your manager and your team. You would be assigned a buddy or a peer colleague that you would work with to get to know your role and provide some guidance and make sure that you're feeling comfortable in the environment, answer any questions that you have, and really walk you through your first few weeks of employment with, as you learn your role and get acclimated or comfortable with your team and the work that you do.
Great, thank you, Kelly. I believe we have a question in Ukrainian. Yulia, could you please assist with this question?
Yes, of course. So this question is asking робота в офісі чи вдома, which means Irina is wondering if she will be working from home or in the office in these positions.
Oh, great question. Actually, we are working in a hybrid working model. So our target is 3 days, minimum of 3 days in the office, and 2 days up to 2 days at home.
Thank you. I'll just translate that.
Sure.
So ця робота буде як гібридна модель, тобто буде 3 дні в офісі і потім 2 дні вдома.
Fantastic. I'm just looking for some more questions for people's hands up. I haven't got any yet.
All right, Samantha, we have some here. Great, thank you. We have another question coming in asking, where is Loblaw located?
Oh, it's a great question. Yes, we are at 101 Weston Street. We're fairly close to Red River College. I don't know if anyone would be familiar with that area. We are in the west side of downtown, just a few minutes out of downtown Winnipeg.
Okay, great. And this will tie it nicely to the next question here. Is there public transportation available?
Yes, there is. Yep, the transit line just runs a block away from our office, so there's a short walk from the bus.
We have another question here. How can a new hire be successful in growing their career in your company?
Oh, that's a great question. I think, the first step is to get really comfortable in the role that they are starting out with and doing that really well. Having regular connects with your manager to talk about what your career aspirations are. And your manager will help you with your development and help you build that plan to really get to where you want to go within your career. A little bit information about our group here in Winnipeg. We have approximately 300 people based out of our Winnipeg office, and out in, and there's many opportunities to be part, transfer from different departments to get greater breadth of experience. You can move laterally to get that experience. You can also move up to higher level roles. So there's different ways depending on where you want your career to go, but it's really about working with your manager, letting them know what your wants and needs are, and building that plan together. And obviously you take ownership in that as well, but your HR team would support you in that as well if you need additional support. So
That's great. Great. Thanks, Kelly. Samantha,
Thank
do
you.
we have any hands up?
Oh, we do have him back. Zua, thank you. I am
All
going to unmute your microphone. Your microphone is unmuted, Zua.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, how are you guys?
Good,
Very
thanks.
good.
My name is Zuhair and I am a journalist from You Multicultural channel. I'm very glad to join this session today. My question is how it's important for Manitoba Start to give the opportunity for newcomers to meet the employer. Like this session, guys, it's very helpful. When I was a newcomer, I didn't find this opportunity to meet directly the employer and knows what they are uh, giving opportunity for the newcomers here. So how it's important for the participant today to see the employer like in through this webinar and ask their questions and how fast they can find a job with this method.
That's a really good question, Zua. So doing something like this is very important because you get to understand a little bit more about the organization, because as a newcomer we don't know these organizations. They're new to us. We don't know what they do, and the jobs that are on offer within different organizations. So I think having the opportunity to listen and to talk with the employers, and to do networking is a really great way to increase your knowledge of the country that you're now in, that's brand new to you, and to understand a little bit about what they do and how you can apply, and also is that different from back home, for example. Sonia, what would you add to that?
I think you provided really good points. Definitely these events can be helpful for newcomers to learn about various opportunities, sectors, industries, and networking is a great way to learn about opportunities and also uncover the hidden job market as well.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a really good point, Sonia, about the hidden job market, because you don't know what you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great question, Zua. Thank you so much for that.
All right, so we have a question here about Savita. She is a finance student and she's looking for assistance with volunteer opportunities or work opportunities. So Savita, what I would suggest you do is to connect to Career Services at Manitoba Start, and we will connect you to a certified career coach. Where they will provide you support with your career planning and work search process. So what we do is we work with individuals to develop strong targeted resumes and also provide information on where people could volunteer and potential opportunities for work. So definitely do please contact Career Services at Manitoba Start.
Fantastic. That was a really good question, Sonia.
Mhm.
I'm wondering if Melissa and Valentina, you might be ready to go with your presentation.
We are ready to go.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Great.
I'll put it over back to you, Sonia. So we both have Melissa and Valentina are ready to go, so that's fabulous. So our next presenters are Melissa and Valentina from CIBC. Over to you, ladies.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming and talking with us today. Thank you to Manitoba Start for having us. We have an exciting presentation planned for you, an opportunity for you to meet, ask us questions, to learn about our culture, career opportunities, and our talent acquisition process. I would like to begin by proudly acknowledging that the land on which CIBC operates here in Canada is the traditional territory of the First Nations, Métis, and Inuit peoples. Today, Canada is home to many Indigenous peoples from across the Turtle Island, and we are grateful to have the opportunity to work in these communities. I would like to now introduce myself. My name is Valentina Matthew. I am the Talent Acquisition Partner at CIBC. I support the Central and Northern Canada regions. I recruit for the CSR, Client Service Representative roles, and up to the Associate Financial Advisor roles. Joining me today is our talent acquisition partner, Melissa Lorenz. Over to you, Melissa.
Thanks, Valentina. My name is Melissa Lorenz. I am also a talent acquisition partner here at CIBC. Like all of you, I live in Winnipeg, Manitoba. I was raised here. I lived here all my life. And I recruit for the BC region and recruit for positions client service reps, client engagement representatives, all the way up to associate financial advisors as well. So really excited to be here with you all today. I just also want to let you all know we have QR codes for both myself and Valentina that you can scan with your camera on your phone, and that links to our LinkedIn pages. We'd love to be connected with you on LinkedIn. Okay, so now before we take you through some of our available opportunities at CIBC, I want to give you some background about CIBC and our bank. So, and why you're going to want to choose to work here. So our purpose is to not only help their clients make their ambitions a reality, we also want to make your career ambitions and your ambitions in general a reality. You matter here, your goals matter. Our vision is to be a leader in client relationships, and we're looking for talented individuals like yourselves to help us become #1 among the financial institutions in Canada. And through our core values of trust and accountability, we are most certainly going to get there. Several years ago, we set out on a journey to transform our bank. So by sharpening our focus on clients, innovating for the future, and simplifying our bank, we have made tremendous progress and have laid the foundation for our future success. So we are working as a team to build a relationship-oriented bank for a modern world. Okay, so we have won many awards that recognize us as an industry leader. To name a few, we are Canada's top 100 employer for over 10 years in a row. We are Canada's best diversity employer for the 12th year in a row. So really, really great strides we have made. You belong at CIBC. Being part of our inclusive culture where your voice is heard, your input is valued, and you can reach your full potential. These are some of the groups that we have at CIBC that have been created by our employees. There are also opportunities for us to make our workplace even more inclusive and more groups to be made, perhaps by even one of you. So a little bit of background on CIBC is important, but also to talk about why giving back is so important to us, and giving back to our communities in which we live and we work is very important. Giving back comes from the heart, and these are just some examples on the screen of some initiatives that we've taken part of, that our employees have been part of. So we partner with community groups that matter to you, our clients, our employees, and our communities. Our goal is to make a difference through corporate donations, sponsorships, and the volunteer spirit of our employees. Okay, so now that you have a little bit of background on our bank, I mean, of course, there's more we could get into, but we're keeping it short for now. We're gonna talk about some of these available opportunities you'll be able to find with us. So Valentina is going to take us through the positions, what you'd be doing in the positions, and what we are looking for in a candidate. And these positions that Valentina will take us through are part of our retail and business banking roles here in Manitoba. So over to you, Valentina.
Today, we're going to share more information about our client services representative roles, our client engagement representative roles, and our financial service representative roles. On the slide, you can see the career progression for those opportunities. So the first one we have here is the client service representative role or the client engagement representative role. The next role we have is the financial services representative role. Then we have the associate financial advisor role, and you can then choose your path for future opportunities, going into a financial advisor role or a planner role, financial planning consultant, private banking advisor, banking center leader, or you could be a mortgage advisor, investment advisor, wealth strategist, business and commercial banking. I'll take you more in detail of what the client representative role, the individual in the role is expected to do. So what you'll be doing is you'll be creating a positive client experience by understanding and meeting service needs quickly, professionally, and accurately. You'll be taking initiative and promoting banking products and transactions that meet the client's needs. You'll be taking ownership when clients experience a problem and take the appropriate steps to resolve it. Balance cash holdings, protect clients' privacy. This role will be a fit for someone who is a relationship builder, has customer service experience, enjoys working in a team and partnering with our clients and with the team, takes initiative, is result-oriented, and has attention to detail. Moving on, we have the next role, that is our client engagement representative role. In this role, you'll be an effective lobby leader who is professional and welcomes clients, directs and refers as appropriate. Inquire about clients' immediate needs for visiting the banking center by asking open-ended questions, actively listening to the client's issues, demonstrating empathy every time a client shares a concern. Improve digital literacy of clients by promoting self-service, by utilizing transaction services and electronic channels. You will be resolving client service problems in a professional and understanding manner. You will be a good fit for the role if you have a great personality, you're warm and engaging, you're digitally savvy, you enjoy solving problems, you have strong listening skills, and you have the ability to identify and direct.
Thank you, Valentina. So those are the two roles that we brought forward today. We also brought the financial services rep position because this is the role you can grow into from those positions. I'm not going to get into it into too much detail. You will need a mutual funds accreditation for this opportunity. So either investment funds in Canada or taking your Canadian securities course. Our bank is very happy to support you in achieving this if this is your future goal, this is your future career ambition. But we really wanted to bring this opportunity forward to show and demonstrate that there is opportunities to grow here. So very quickly, as a financial service rep, you are meeting with clients and building those lasting relationships. So our employees in this position talk about how rewarding it is because they are helping their clients achieve their ambitions. So whether it's home ownership or a dream trip, they are there with them, helping them and watching them achieve that goal. So now to take you through employee well-being. So you've heard of our roles, but now we're going to talk a little bit about some of the benefits that you can expect. CIBC is a great organization to work with. We have very competitive compensation plans, and Just to touch on a few of these, we have an annual bonus that is competitive and one of the best in the industry. We have flexible, customized, and comprehensive benefits package. CIBC pays for basic coverage for all eligible employees, which is amazing. I really appreciate that cost savings for my paycheck. We have a purpose day and purpose loan available to employees. Giving back is so important. So we have that purpose day if you're interested in doing that. We have really, really great training programs for all of our service roles, recognized achievements through our moment makers, and of course, employee banking offers with fees being waived on certain credit cards, bank accounts, and a staff rate for foreign exchange. So, you know, just to name a few, and then lastly, our pension and retirement savings. You know, it's not always something we think about all the time, but we have the defined benefit pension plan, which is absolutely amazing. We're the only financial institution to offer this, and CIBC contributes to your pension. So really, really great. And we have the ability, the opportunities to fast track your career progression with amazing supportive culture. Okay, so the recruitment process. What can you expect? So you've now attended this information session, so check that off the list. Next, we're going to ask that you submit your resume to one of our positions. And in the next slide, we have created a QR code that is live that you can scan with your camera, and it'll take you directly to the posting. If you do not have access to scan the QR code, that's no problem. We have a website for you to visit and a job number for you to gather in the next slide. And of course, if that doesn't work, just connect with someone at Manitoba Start and they will absolutely get your application over to us. So from there, our team is going to connect with you for a telephone screening. So usually these telephone screenings can take 15 to 30 minutes, just dependent on how the conversation goes and work experience and stuff like that. So from there, we may have an available opportunity that is close to your home, that will be a really great fit for you, and we would have a hiring manager interview you. Hiring managers do make the final decision. So if they do select you, then an offer comes out. So offer is verbal first and then followed by a written offer. From there, we do our background screening, and then as soon as that is passed, you start with us on your first day. Okay, so before we open it up to questions, I just want to mention that QR code again here on your screen. So if you take out your cell phone and it's on the camera application, you just scan it and it'll take you directly to that posting we have up. But again, if that doesn't work for you, then please visit our website, which is just right there on your screen, and search job code 222-4168, and that'll bring you to the posting as well. Yeah, okay. So we are ready for any questions that anyone might have.
All right, great. Thank you, Melissa and Valentina, for that great presentation. Again, we now have 10 minutes for any questions. Again, please type your questions in the question panel box or raise your hand and we will unmute you so you can ask your questions. Again, please type your questions in the panel box or raise your hand and we will unmute you. Again, we welcome both English and Ukrainian questions, and we will try to get through as many as we can.
I'm looking out for those hands, Sonia. I'll let you know when we have one raised.
Perfect. Okay.
Якщо у вас є запитання, знову ж таки, будь ласка, введіть свої запитання в поле панелі запитань або підніміть руку, і ми ввімкнемо ваш мікрофон, щоб ви могли задавати свої запитання. Ми постараємося відповісти настільки, скільки дозволить час.
Okay, so just taking a look at our questions box, and I see a few questions coming in. All right. So our first question we have here for Melissa or Valentina is, are the positions that you spoke about full-time or part-time opportunities?
Oh, really great question. They can be both. Usually the client engagement representative is full-time, and then our client service representatives can be either full-time or part-time availabilities. It just depends on the branch location.
Okay, great, good. And then our next question here is asking about French skills. So would the ability to speak French be an asset in these roles?
Valentina, you want to take that one on?
Sure. I think primarily we would require, a bit of English fluency. Any added advantage is to have, like, we welcome candidates who are bilingual and multilingual. But that being said, French, I would say, is an asset. It's not kind of mandatory to have.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Great.
That's good to know.
And can I just pop in one quick thing I just want to
Absolutely.
say is just the ability to speak multiple languages is such an asset because you can connect with clients in a way that it's just so nice that you can bridge that gap of communication, which is always wonderful.
For sure. All right. We have another question here about work hours. So what are the work hours at the branches?
Oh, really good question. Valentina, do you want to take this on for some of them at Winnipeg?
Sure. So the branch hours could be, starting anywhere, say morning 8:30. Some branches start a bit later at 9, and it could go up to 8 hours.
Okay, great. And I see that we have a Ukrainian question coming in. Yulia, would you be able to
I'm
provide?
here. I was just reading
Thank
that.
you.
So this question is asking, I'll read in Ukrainian first and then I will translate. Якщо хтось не має досвіду саме в банківській сфері, чи можна почати працювати у вас на якійсь позиції? So this is referring to if someone doesn't have banking experience per se, could they start working in a stepping stone position that would lead to eventually a different position in a banking area in your bank?
That's a really good question, and I would say absolutely. Although banking experience is great, you may have transferable skills such as retail experience, working with customers, solving customer problems, and building relationships. And we take all that into consideration for our opportunities. So we definitely look at transferable skills as well.
Thank you. I'll just translate that. So, якщо у вас немає досвіду в банківській сфері, ви також можете почати працювати, бо вони дивляться на ваші інші риси, які ви могли отримати на ваших інших містах праці, наприклад, торговля, робота з клієнтами, і на все це вони дивляться, і також може бути, що вони візьмуть вас на якусь іншу позицію, а потім, якщо ви отримаєте більше банківського експірієнсу, то ви можете піти і податися на якусь іншу позицію.
Okay, great, good. Thank you, Yulia. All right, so we have 2 more questions for you, Melissa.
Okay.
All right. So our next question is, can you provide any interview tips or suggestions? Yeah.
Great question. Yeah, okay. So I would say first off, in a pre-screen, which is what our team would conduct following this event, you know, we're going to talk about your resume. We'll go through your experience, perhaps even prep some examples of customer service. You know, we do ask behavioral-based questions. So providing us an example from your past work history would be really, really great. In terms of meeting with a hiring manager, well, in meeting with talent acquisition as well, but you know, dress to impress, be prepared, be on time, and really prepare for that interview. So those behavioral-based questions, you know, take a look at the job description to see what we're looking for in that role, and then prep some examples from your work history. As I said, we look at transferable skills. So if you have strong customer service experience from working at the mall or even the grocery store, give us those examples of how you went above and beyond for a customer. Yeah, is there anything else you would add, Valentina?
Sure. So for not just for CIBC, I would say for any interview process, it is important to know what role you're applying to. So you may not know everything about the role, but it's always good to kind of do a little research on what kind of role you're applying for. It gives a good impression that you've done a little bit of research about the company and the role you're applying to, and it always gives you an added advantage to answer in the interview. The other thing I personally see in the candidates is I want to know your story. I want to know what kind of experience you've had in the past. I want to know, how have you added value to the job that you've done. It may not be something big, it may be something very small, but how you've made a significant difference. I would want to know your passion to do any role that you want to, like what drives you to do that job. You can even on your resume, you could just like Melissa said, that quantify your experience if possible. If you give more numbers, it just gets easier for the person to look at your resume. And at CIBC, we are not necessarily looking at any particular experience. We do require the person to have some bit of customer service experience. But that being said, if you're able to let us know during the interview or present yourself in a way that we know that there are transferable skills, we will definitely look at you as a potential candidate. For our customer service role and our client engagement representative roles, we don't necessarily need any certification, but I don't think we've covered our financial services representative roles much. This particular role, we need someone who has their mutual funds license, because you will be selling mutual funds in this role. So, we could also link the websites from where, if you're interested, you can get these mutual funds license. So you can also begin your, banking journey by getting into a financial services representative role.
Okay, those were some great tips and suggestions for interview prep and resumes. Thank you. I would also like to tell the attendees that if you do need support with resume writing or interview preparation, again, you can contact Manitoba Start Career Services. You'll meet with a certified career coach and they will help you prepare for that interview. We do offer interview practice workshops where you are kind of in a mock interview setting, and you'll receive feedback on your interview answers, so then you can better prepare yourself for the actual interview. So thank you so much, Melissa and Valentina, for that.
Yeah,
There's one more part of the, sorry to interrupt. There's another part of the question that I realized we might not have fully covered. So this is from Melissa and Valentina. To follow up with how, even though somebody without particular banking experience might have some transferable skills that they might bring from another job, that and they could still apply for a position, what kind of positions would they be able to apply for with transferable skills but not particularly banking experience?
So that would definitely be our client engagement rep and our client service rep positions.
Okay, perfect.
These questions may be asked by any of us. It's important to understand the Canadian work environment and its requirements so we can reach our goals faster and not waste our time on unimportant details that delay us maybe for months or years.
Okay, so our last presenter for this morning is Lindsay from Assiniboine Credit Union. So we'll bring it over to you, Lindsay.
So like Sonia mentioned, my name is Lindsay and I am a People Solutions Business Partner at ACU. I have been with Assiniboine Credit Union for almost 2 years in this role. And I'm quite excited to get to speak to you guys today about our job opportunities and really about the credit union that I'm proud to work for. And I will show you, give you a bit more information about why I'm so proud to work for this company. I think it's important to start off with our story and how we began. So it begins in 1943. The Second World War had a significant impact on economies across the world, and that's Manitoba included. So people were struggling to pay their bills and banks were ignoring their pleas. And Manitobans fell victim to high interest rates charged by money lenders. So it was then that 9 co-workers from the Winnipeg Electric Company formed Assiniboine Credit Union. So Winnipeg Electric Company is actually known today as Winnipeg Transit. So it's still a big part of our city as of today. They created members. They got members together in an open bond credit union that everyone in the community was welcome to join. Money deposited by members was lent to other members in need, making banking fair and available. So today, ACU is a full-service financial cooperative with over $6 billion in assets. We have 19 locations in Winnipeg, so all throughout the city. And then we also have 2 northern branches up in northern Manitoba in both Thompson and Gillam. And we employ almost just over 500 Manitobans. So to serve our members better, we continue to evolve, innovate, and grow, but we've also stayed true to our roots. So money doing more isn't just a line that appears along with our logo. It's the guiding statement that represents the way we do business and conveys our ongoing commitment to improving the lives of people, bettering the planet, and creating prosperity for all. So we offer a full suite of personal and business products and services, financial planning and advice, wealth management, plus commercial service and advice. We also provide financing solutions for local nonprofits, cooperatives, social enterprises, and micro entrepreneurs. So when you join a credit union, you become a member owner and you become part of a bigger story. You join an organization that puts people before profits, and that's grounded in the prosperity of the communities that we serve. So just a few of those facts that I had mentioned before. So serving actually close to 139,000 members now. We did just enter into a merge with another credit union. We also have around 500 employees. I spoke about the branch locations. We have a member communication center, which I will speak about one of the positions in that department that might be of interest to you. We have ACU Wealth, Business Finance Center, which provides business financial services for small and large businesses. We also have a large focus on the community, so our Community Finance Center, which provides financial services to community programs and nonprofit organizations. We have Outlook Financial as well, which is a virtual credit union, which provides all online services such as checking, savings, investments, and loans. So there's no branch located to that. It's all online or over the phone. And then we also have Winnipeg Insurance Brokers, which is our insurance brokers tied to our insurance company tied to Assiniboine Credit Union. So a little bit about ACU and our culture. So our mission is, as a socially responsible cooperative, we provide financial services for the well-being and resilience of our members, employees, communities, and environment. Our mission today is what our founding members expected from their credit union in 1943, and it's financial services for the betterment of our members, employees, and communities. So our vision is a world where innovative financial services in local communities contribute to a sustainable future for all. And our values is at the core of who we are. It's in everything we do. It's in our strategic plan. It's in all of our one-on-one meetings, is a reminder of what our values are. So our values at ACU, we are guided by our values as we act in the best interest of our members, employees, communities, and the environment. So first one is integrity. So we are consistently honest, fair, respectful, ethical, and compassionate in all our relations. Accountability, we take responsibility for the financial, social, environmental, and economic impacts of our decisions and actions, and disclose our performance in a transparent manner. Diversity and inclusion, so we welcome and celebrate diversity in all its forms and are open and inclusive in how we do business. Service, because we are a service provider, we put others first and strive for innovation and excellence in all that we do. Cooperation, we work together and partner with others for mutual benefit and the common good. So that's a little bit about ACU. So now I wanted to go into really why work for us. So choosing to work at ACU means you'll be working for an organization that puts people, planet, and prosperity first. You will see that kind of all over our website. Those are three main pillars of ACU. We value diversity and inclusion, is focused on social and environmental responsibility, supports employees through training programs and long-term career development, and offers a competitive total compensation program, which includes living wage, bonuses, a matched pension program, and health and dental benefits, which I will go into in a few more slides. So one of our main values is diversity and inclusion, and it's a big focus of our company. We have quite a diverse group of employees, and it definitely is a part of our recruitment strategy. So when we talk about diversity, it's really about who we are and how we treat each other. As it's important for us to emphasize diversity and inclusion when talking about ACU, because it basically talks about who we are as an organization. And this is represented in our employee groups. So these are employee-led groups, our Indigenous Leadership Circle, Black History Month Committee, Emerging Leaders Committee. We also focus on people's wellness, so Wellness Committee and our Employee Fund Committee, which is, with COVID, we weren't able to run too many events or in-person events, but we are hoping to get that back up and running this year. Our Grants Committee is focused on providing grants, so we have an application that you can apply for grants from ACU, and we have a committee that goes through all of them, and we offer out several different grants throughout the year. And then we also work really closely with United Way, so we have a United Way Leadership Committee. We also have several committees that are starting to form, not yet confirmed, but if you follow us on social media or look to our website, they should be confirmed pretty soon, and there's some exciting new committees coming. So we also are a certified B Corporation, which we shout very loudly, and we're very proud of this. So really, what is a certified B Corporation? So ACU is the only financial institution in Manitoba to be a certified B Corporation. We join a global movement of 3,500 businesses worldwide across 70 nations that are leading a global movement of using business as a force for good. So certified B corporations are businesses that meet the highest standards of verified social and environmental performance, public transparency, and legal accountability to balance profit and purpose. B Corps are accelerating a global cultural shift to redefine success in business and build a more inclusive and sustainable economy. So you will see that in also a lot of our marketing is we are certified B Corporation. That came to us, I believe it was awarded to us in 2021. And we are doing everything we can to maintain that because that is quite a special recognition for us. So going into awards and recognition, again, right off the top, certified B Corporation. Like some of the presenters today and other companies, proud to be a Manitoba's top employer. We also have been one of Canada's greenest employers. That is a big emphasis for us. We have composting, recycling in all of our branches, head office. We have a whole department dedicated to making sure our impact on the environment is minimal. And then some other awards that we're very proud of, Manitoba Start, that's one we've gotten 2 years, and very happy to be partnered with them and receive those recognitions. Some of the career opportunities ACU. So I will talk about a few of these, specifically the member service representative and the service delivery advisor, but just wanted to showcase some other areas that we do recruit for. A lot of positions in the branches are available. We have something similar to what CIBC was talking about, a financial services representative as well. Also areas of human resources that recruiting for marketing, it would just be keeping an eye out on our website or social media to see when those opportunities come up. So like I said, I wanted to talk about the member service representative first. So it's commonly known as a branch teller. It's really that first person that you see when you walk into a branch. Supports members with day-to-day banking needs and other tasks such as answering member inquiries. You're providing advice regarding ACU Credit Union products and services. And you're also building a relationship with them and referring members to other specialists with the credit union, really identifying what they need, what is best suited for them, how we can help, and you're referring them off to maybe someone else on the ACU team that can help with that. So you really are a knowledgeable and confident ambassador for credit union products, services, and values. Key components to this job are going to be customer service, administration, and identifying those opportunities I just spoke about. So to go in a bit more further, so your customer service is really about willingness and ability to deal with people, being friendly, outgoing, courteous, and respectful towards everyone. There's a wide variety of people out there, and we want to greet everyone being friendly and being helpful so that we can understand what they need, their story, and how we can help. MSRs are the first to acknowledge the members and do their best to make sure the members have a positive experience in the branch. So really, you're the first contact, and you're the first impression. So customer service goes a long way. There's the administration part as well, so the willingness and ability to work accurately in a structured environment. So banks and credit unions are highly regulated, and they have strict processes and policies, so those have to be followed. So it is attention to detail as well. And then again, identifying those opportunities. So listening to our members and paying attention to their needs and being willing to offer them the products and services that will help. Just a little bit more detail of what you might see a day like as an MSR. So after training, you would then be able to be on your own and do things such as depositing money, depositing checks, selling U.S. currency, helping members with questions on their accounts, issuing ATM cards, and the list is there for you to be able to look. I know you also have a handout of the job description, which goes into more detail of really what a day would look like as a member service representative. To go into the qualifications, I think the main thing for us is we want someone who is customer service oriented, has great communication skills, but also a willingness to learn and be coached. Someone who's eager to come in and listen to their team lead and be able to take direction and want to learn. We do ask that you have a grade 12 diploma And we say 1 to 3 years of job-related experience, and that can be financial experience, which would be an asset, but it can also just be a focus on customer service, and again, that willingness to learn the financial institution products, the credit union products, all of that. There are some requirements with a member service representative. We ask that you are able to work evenings and Saturdays. You're flexible to work at various branch locations within Winnipeg, so we kind of divide it up between north, south, east, and west areas of Winnipeg, and you might have to float for some of those, or you might go to certain branches in all the south area, but we would work with you to understand what is the best location for you, and we do ask that you're fluent in English, both verbal and written. So we move on to our service delivery advisor. It's really similar to the member service representative, except this is our frontline communication center role. So you work in the member communication center, which is phone calls. So you are picking up those phone calls that our members are calling in with, asking for advice, or possibly needing some help with our app, help with online. So they are calling in about that. You would also be helping out with our Outlook Financial, which is our virtual banking system. So that is the service delivery advisor. Same qualifications, really. Again, grade 12 diploma plus 1 to 3 years of job-related experience, a focus on customer service. We do have to have typing skills, above average typing skills, and able to navigate between computer and software for this position, just because you are over the phone and a lot of what you're doing is over the computer. And then the last one I wanted to talk about was member service coordinator. So you're the first contact with members as they enter the branch. You assist the members by referring them to the appropriate person or location to meet their needs, and provides members with a variety of assistance and advice, including processing non-related transactions, and directs, explains, and demonstrates self-service delivery channels and technologies. So really most members are walking in and they're going right to an MSR, but a member service coordinator is a person who's right at the front of the branch. And if it's busy, or if there's, you need a specific question, you don't know where to go, our member service coordinator is there to greet you and help with anything they can. So again, qualifications very similar, grade 12 diploma, we do ask that you have 1 to 3 years of experience, or 1 to 2 years job experience, and a big focus on customer service. Just wanted to go over benefits, because that is a big part of, where you choose to work and who you choose to apply to. So group benefits, we do offer health and dental benefits. We do have different options. A healthcare spending account is also included in that. It's 75%, 25% paid, so 75% paid by the employer. I think it's a great plan. We don't have too many complaints about it, so we'd like to think it's a pretty good plan that meets our employees' needs. We also have a pension plan, so we have a matched pension plan, so ACU matches at the minimum of 5%. The longer you're with ACU, the higher that goes. But to start off for full-time permanent employment, we do match all employees at 5%. Once you're employed with ACU for about a year, we do offer a vacation purchase plan. We know that we have many employees who like to travel, go home, which could take several weeks, months to be able to spend some quality time at home and then return to work. So instead of having to take a leave, we do offer a vacation purchase plan where you can purchase up to additional 8 weeks of vacation. We also start all employees off with 3 weeks of vacation. We then go into long service recognition. So it's very important to recognize our employees who have been with us. We have staff banking benefits as where you would receive some discounts or, waived fees or an extra account, checking account. So we have quite a few staff banking benefits as well. And then we also offer the employee assistance plan, which is confidential counseling. So if you are synonymous, we pay for it completely by ACU, and you're able to go to EAP and speak to a counselor about really anything. So that is all the benefits that we offer plus more. I just wanted to kind of sum it up for you guys in this one. So opportunities to grow. So, starting with ACU are really those jobs that I had gone over. Great jobs to start with. Gives you a wide lens of just credit union, what we have to offer, gives you a good idea of the customer service, and also about the products that we offer. So it's a great starting point. And then from there, we have opportunities to grow. We post all our positions that we are recruiting for, sometimes just internally. And then usually we post it internally first and then post it externally as well. So we really invest and want to give our internal employees that opportunity. We encourage all of our leaders to have conversations with their employees and understand where they want to go with their career. We invest in our employees and their future, many opportunities to advance through mentorship programs at ACU and opportunities to learn through different courses and education that we will support. Probably seen a branch like this. So it is designed to be eco-friendly, and I just wanted to show you some pictures of ACU. Really wide spaces, modern finishes, and a team that's willing to help, very friendly. So that was important to just kind of showcase some of our, and those would be some of our financial advisors willing to help and have one-on-one meetings with our members. So ACU careers, so just lastly, I want to touch on where you go. Our career vacancies are all online. You can go to acucareers.ca and you can see all of our careers listed there. We list our full job description, so nothing is hiding in terms of the expectation. So take some time, go over that, and see if this aligns with what you want in your career and your skill set and experience. But we do everything online, so if you could just submit your resume and cover letter through our online portal. Again, this is a little plug to follow us on social media. Our marketing team is great. We're always making sure our community is aware of what we're up to, new things at Assiniboine Credit Union, and most of our jobs that are posted on the website also get posted on our social media so we can reach a wider audience. So I encourage you to follow us on one of the platforms, or all of them if you wish. But there is some great content about ACU and learning about us a bit more. And that leads me to any questions. So I think I have a few minutes to answer some questions.
All right, great. Thank you again, Lindsay, for that presentation. I'm so happy you were able to reconnect with us. So again, we have now 10 minutes for any questions. So again, please type your questions in the question and panel box or raise your hand and we will unmute you so you can ask your questions. We welcome both English and Ukrainian questions.
Якщо у вас є запитання, знову ж таки, будь ласка, введіть свої запитання в поле панелі запитань або підніміть руку і ми ввімкнемо ваш мікрофон, щоб ви могли задавати свої запитання. Ми постараємося відповісти настільки, скільки дозволить час. Lindsay, if you don't mind, I would like to ask a question too.
Sure.
So you mentioned vacation purchase plan. I have never heard about that before, and I figured if I had the question, some other people might as well. What could you talk a bit more about it? Because why does it have purchase in the name of the plan?
Sure. Yes. Great question. So any new employee that comes to ACU starts off with 3 weeks vacation. That also varies depending on the role, but for the most part, it starts off with 3 weeks. We do identify that might not be enough for some people. That sometimes people want to, we have people who have homes in India possibly, and it takes a full day or two of travel to get there, and then you only spend 2 weeks and you're out of vacation for the rest of the year. So that's not always realistic for people. We want to accommodate people's needs and their life, their family as well. So what happens is we have 2 periods. So we have a spring session and a fall session or application, where you submit your application to your manager. and you ask that you would like to purchase additional vacation. So it can be from an additional 1 week to up to 8 weeks. That then, once that is okay operationally for us, and we're okay to kind of find coverage and able to still operate while you leave for that amount of time, it then gets taken off your paycheck. So you're purchasing vacation. So instead of leave, it gets deducted from your paycheck, and it's over several paychecks. So it's not, so if you chose to purchase an additional 4 weeks, we would divide that amount, so off your paycheck, several paychecks, so that you can leave and still be paid while you leave. It would just be altering your paycheck up until you leave.
Okay, that makes sense. Thank you so much.
All right, great. Thank you. We have another question here in our questions box. So this question's from Inya. She's asking about the dress code at Assiniboine Credit Union. So what does that look like?
Yeah, just business casual. A lot of our employees work from home, but if you are member facing, we do say that it's business casual. We ask that, you just don't wear jeans. We actually have a program with United Way where you can get jeans as stickers. So if you donate to United Way, where I think the minimum contribution is like $10, you can get 5 stickers, and then you can decide on when you want to use those stickers and wear jeans. So if you just put a sticker on that says I donated and jeans, you can wear jeans that day. But for the most part, on a day-to-day basis, it really is business casual.
All right, good. Thanks. Kind of a neat little program that you have there.
Yeah, it's quite popular actually, because I think people, they love their jeans, and it also helps a great foundation like United Way.
Yeah, great. Awesome. All right, so we have another question in our chat box here. So this question is regarding the member service representative position. So how do you measure success in this role?
Well, that's a great question, and I think that's a question we have performance management. We do it biannually, so once coming up for mid-year, and then we do an annual review. Everyone in the company has goals specific to them, goals specific to their team, and then overall goals of Assiniboine Credit Union, which aligns with our strategic plan and our values. So again, those values are incorporated. When we speak specifically about MSR, there is a referral component. So we do talk to our MSR, and we get to know, what are they, what's realistic as a goal for them to refer? Is it 1 a day, 5 a day? So there is that referral component. There is transactions, so the amount of transactions that you are that are occurring and that you're helping out members. And then there's also just a relationship building piece to that. So members coming in, asking specifically for you, providing you feedback, sending in feedback to our into our website, so great customer service. So it's kind of broken down into those elements, but it is specific to each individual.
Okay, great. No, that was very helpful. Our next question here is in regards to salary. So what's the starting salary for the member service representative position? Would you be able to comment on that?
Yeah, so we start off a range. So we have a minimum to about a job rate. And when we say job rate, it means that you're really coming in with quite a bit of experience and you're kind of hitting the ground running. So you would get, you'd have to learn about ACU and what ACU is all about and how we do things. But for the most part, you've been in this role for several years and you know what you're doing. So for us, our starting minimum with no experience really would be about $17 an hour. And then we'd move up to about $24, $25 an hour for MSRs who are for job rate.
Okay, great. Thanks. Samantha, do we have any hands raised?
We don't, Sonia, not on this one. I do
All
encourage you
right.
to raise your hands if you do have a question.
Please do
Yeah.
so.
Absolutely.
All right. So we'll
Yeah,
go back to,
no hands for us.
okay, we'll go back to the questions box. Okay, so our next question here that we have typed out is again about the member service rep position. This person is asking about technology skills. So how good do you have to be with those computer skills?
Yeah, you have to be comfortable. So as an MSR, you're coming in and you are processing, possibly payments or opening checking accounts. So you do have to be comfortable on a computer. It can't be your first time that you are working with a computer, but there also is a learning curve working with our system, our banking system as well. So we know that, and that is in training as well. But we would just have to, you're not starting from scratch, but you are able to, you're comfortable on your day-to-day computer is kind of how we would say. You don't need any specific mastery in certain software or anything like that.
Okay, great, good. And our last question that we have here is in regards to professional development. So does Assiniboine Credit Union offer professional development opportunities?
Absolutely. That's a big part of our culture, is being able to invest in our employees and their learning and growth. So we have many opportunities to go to conferences, and so there's many free webinars that we send out. But then on the other hand, we do also support some individuals who are invested in ACU and want to grow with ACU. And if they would like to, get their mutual funds license, that is something that we can support. It would be a conversation about what that looks like in terms of compensation, but or a monetary amount, but for sure that is an option. But our leaders are always providing opportunities for us to learn, whether that's about diversity and inclusion, impact in the community, or specific to your career and your career development.
Well, that's great. Sounds like there's a lot of different types of opportunities.
Yes, absolutely.
Let us focus that this session is a real session. And this is what actually done in Manitoba to get jobs. So every word said here will be in your daily life. And without understanding it, you will not be able to overcome your challenges easily. Because today you are in a new country, different system, and you have to be attention for all these details.
Thank you to the presenters for joining us today, and thank you to all the participants for your excellent questions. Please remember to look at the control panel above the questions box, because you'll see the handout pane where you're going to find the job descriptions from today's employers. If you're interested in any of the opportunities that were presented today, please email us on your contact details and let us know the employer and the job role that you're interested in applying to. And the email address is jobs@manitobastart.com. And if you've got a resume, please attach it to that email. If you're not registered as a Manitoba Start client, you can call our front desk, visit in person, or complete our online registration form. This will give you access to career services that can assist you with resume development and interview skills, as well as being connected to settlement services that meet your needs. So, on behalf of our partner presentations today and the Manitoba Start team, thank you for attending and stay well.
To be honest, I didn't get this experience when I arrived to Canada. For many reasons. I didn't ask, nobody told me about this. So, Civic Platform puts these experiences in front of you to be aware of the opportunities available to you to find a job that suits you. So, don't waste the opportunity. Thank you for watching. This is the end of our episode. If you like it, please like, share, and subscribe to see our upcoming episodes.